Yo, yo, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and you know what? Just ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know where this conversation may go. I am not alone. I have a guest with me. It is me, Doogifranchise, yes, sirree, in this unique place to be. And I got the homie with me. Uh, she's been on the podcast before. She was one of the first original guests on the podcast.
Yes.
She's made multiple appearances, actually.
Oh, I did. I was on there more than once.
Yes. Filmmaker, director.
You want to hold for sound?
What?
So you don't want to hold for sound?
Nah.
Okay.
As you can see, we're in a questionable space.
Oh my god.
In more than one.
Relax.
This is my the homie Simone. But y'all remember her as I'm Spike Lee, bitch.
I did say that.
You did say that.
Memories.
And say hello.
Hey, nice to be back. Nice for this podcast to be on and back, present.
Yeah, so Simone here kind of has been kicking me in my bum lately about a lot of stuff because I've been a shut-in for the last couple of months. So
don't want that.
She's been upset.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line between like solitude for like self-care and being a shut-in recluse, hermit, all those things that are not necessarily positive.
And today she kicked me in my bum again when she says, so you started your podcast. And I was like, yeah, but you haven't been doing much promotion, so that's a problem and you need to fix that. Because I had to look it up, I had to look for it, and I need a link in accessible
links. Make it easy.
Link. I need
connections,
like Legos.
You know, like connects. Is that what it's called? Do they still have those?
Connects?
Yeah, it's like the stringy Lego things, like you build sets.
I've seen those. Those are terrible.
I never had those. I feel like those were for like advanced smart people, and I wasn't there.
Connects? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I gotta work on some links and promo stuff, which I will do. But not over here, Simone. What's up? What's good? What's new? How are you?
I'm great. You know, I'm pursuing my other career of managing your career. But aside from that, we gotta get you present. We gotta get you out there. He's going to be at events, screenings. You're gonna have links. Like, it's show off season. We got to show him off too. But aside from encouraging you and motivating you, as a great friend that I am always working on being creative. I think I'm probably a writer first, and so I have so many ideas of things that I'd like to develop. Some scripted things I want to do, some video essay things I want to do, some events I want to do. I'm in my ideas phase, and execution comes soon.
So you said video essays. For those who don't know, an example of a video essay is something good. Any references, ideas?
Yeah, video essays are just when you have like these vlogs, primarily on YouTube. I'm sure on TikTok and other socials as well. But it's when people are able to discuss a topic with clips, with B-roll, like other shots, and talk about something in detail that they care about or they're curious about. So people might have video essays discussing maybe like the end of wrestling on UPN, something like so specific that no one ever explored that topic and how it happened and what went into it.
Okay, cool. What are some of your interests?
I am interested in black film and television, uh,
Keep talking.
primarily in the past, but also some more recent things. I kind of want to talk about it in a different way. I feel that people today, when they look back at older black art or just some current black art too, they kind of judge black art and entertainment on like a pass fail basis. They'll be like, "Oh, this is trash," or "Oh, it's good." And I think that's kind of minimizing to art. Like as a filmmaker, you know how much goes into writing, casting, acting, editing, how much money and time. And for you to watch like a 2 hour movie and not like one scene and say the movie is whack, it's like, could you be more specific? And I feel like when you watch reaction videos on online and stuff, I think that you get a little bit more meaning in some non-black projects. You get people being a little bit more nuanced about what they do and don't like. And with a lot of black art, I think that we come into a space where we are really concerned about the morality of the characters. And I understand that in the sense that you want black representation to be positive, but I also want black representation to be realistic. If I'm watching a movie or a TV show, I want the characters to do what they should do based off of who I've seen them to be in this story, not thinking like, what's the right thing to do? Or this character upset me because they made a move at the end. It's like, but was the movie still good? Was the show good? Because if it made sense for the character, it's fine. So I just kind of wanted to deconstruct things a little bit differently and talk about some favorite shows and movies that people kind of hate watch now and be like, it's okay to like these things. And let me tell you like why you might have enjoyed that before.
Can you give us an example of like one piece of black art that people would hate watching stuff like? I My favorite movie,
Okay.
one of my favorite movies of all time, is the legendary
What is this?
Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
The last okay.
Yeah, why are you? Why?
I didn't know where you were gonna say. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what his favorite movie is. I was like really curious. Like, where is this gonna go?
I love The Last Dragon. That's one of my favorite movies.
Show enough. It's fine.
Of course, I wanted to be shown up for Halloween one time. I might do it now with dreads. Oh my god, can we recast that?
Yeah. Who would you put it in today's world? I feel like it's so hard because there's not like the action star is almost dead in a sense. Like, who's the real? There's the people who are action stars today or action stars like 5, 10 years ago. They're not really making new action stars. But at the same time, they're not really making a lot of Hollywood stars either. That's its own topic.
Most of the action stars are technically in a Marvel movie or something. Actually, like, yeah.
Because stars are gone. We look at like people like Tom Cruise, Will Smith, they can still make movies. You hear their name, you're going to go see that. That doesn't exist anymore. Like IP has a brand. Like if you see Chris Evans announced for
IP?
like the property, like people go to see a movie because of the brand, the franchise. They're gonna go see Spider-Man. But if you say Tom Holland's in some other movie, they're gonna be like, let me see the trailer. What's this about? Is it good? That's not how it was. Before you say Will Smith, you say Tom Cruise, you say Sandra Bullock, it's like, I'm just gonna go because it's them. That's Hollywood stars, and they don't really have that anymore.
Do you think that's dead? Because okay, and then hear me out. This is something I've been having a conversation with some of my friends, and I said, "Yo, we need to create our own projects and content, because if you want to be like a star, like an actor or a singer or something,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to pay to see you, because and then other like production companies will hire you because they want what you do brought to their projects. They want your brand to be brought to, because they know people are going to come to see you.
Right.
Do you believe that, or is that like a
I think to have that today, and this is what you'll get also when I discuss my video essays about like past, present. You'll hear me talk about how things change. But I think today to have that, you have to be rootable. You have to be an artist that people want to root for. Ultimately, there are people like Kev on stage, the comedian who also has like an app, who also has a show on BT now, BT Plus, BT Churchy. That's somebody who you just like him. He's funny. He's on social media. He's someone that you like. If they announce him in different things, you're like, oh, let me watch this. Oh, let me download this app, or let me get BT Plus for a second to see his show. You have to kind of put your persona, your personality first at this point to have that, to have people buy in. You can't just be good. You have to kind of have this other thing to you, I believe, for better or for worse, because you might feel like, damn, I gotta be like a social media influencer to have a fan base. To some extent,
not
unfortunately,
necessary? Like not necessary. Like the social media influencer, that could be almost anybody. But like depending on what you do, I feel yo you you create your own content. It's your digital profile.
It's your
It's
presence.
your footprint. It is your footprint.
It's your presence. And some people might say like there's probably like there's been like rappers or something who'll be like, yeah, I got fans in real life, or I get likes in real life. It's kind of that gist. Like if you are a talent, an upcoming actor, actress, or singer or something, you have to have a presence. You have to have it online, but also with your people. Because if you are an artist, you should have friends at your shows. Like they need to be supporting. They need to be seeing you do stand up, seeing you do a play, seeing your short films at screenings. That's the first base you have. It's the people you know, and you have to be connected to them. Sometimes you post something. We have screenings for the films we make with my team, Linux Letters, and we can post the screening all day, but it also is really important for me to personally text my friend so they know I want them to be there, and not that I expect them to see it scrolling by on Instagram. I think they might see it, but I'm also going to be like, hey girl, like here's a ticket link, and that's when they buy it. Like my friends will be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that on Friday," or they're gonna be like, "Oh, let me get that right now." Even though I might have been posting it online for 3 weeks and I saw them watch the story or something, people respond to that connection. So, however you make that connection, whether it's being real personable to people you know already, or building more relationships that are personable with people you don't know, it has to feel like that online, digitally. People have to feel like, damn, I want to support you, and that's kind of why some stars who already existed still exist, because they've already established that. But it is harder now to do that. But it can be done. Just be real, be genuine. People they wanna rock with you.
Okay, is are there like all right? So it's weird because it feels like you kind of describe like a community.
Yeah,
Like each like individual develops their own community, but like
yeah,
so what if like and like what do you think of and then teamwork like a for example some people they create together. Hold on,
yeah.
hold
I
on,
listen.
they
Like,
create
go
together,
team.
but like each has their individual and they it's like a symbiotic build together.
Hmm.
Like Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. Now
Yeah,
Michael B. Jordan has been out longer than Ryan Coogler, but
but
you
he
could
really got his.
Fruitville
Yeah,
Station, Black Panther, Sinners.
yeah.
Um, what else? They did another movie to get
Creed.
Creed.
Yeah, the first Creed is Ryan Coogler.
Love Creed. And like that. Also, like, like some Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Well together, individually they're great, but you always know they'll hit together once in the blue, just to let it be known. And then it's like there's two type they're worried about the group success and then they're individuals. So they meet on the same mindset.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that are whenever you are working with anyone, it is a type of relationship. Whenever you have a connection to anyone, whether it's personal, professional, romantic, familial, like every type of connection you have to somebody is a relationship. And your strong relationships are the relationships where you are not looking for something or someone to complete you, but they're in addition to you. Like you're like, I'm good on my own, but like, but I'm a force when we're together type stuff, right? Like the song says. And I think that these duos who have really built these successful relationships are people who are like, I'm really working hard at my craft. And I met you and I saw you working hard at your craft. And that made me want to work with you because I'm like, I'm going to learn from you. I'm not just going to you because I want you to give me a job. I'm not going with you because I want you to make me money. I believe Ryan Coogler saw Michael B. Jordan and was like, nah, he's good. I want to work with him. And I think Michael B. Jordan saw Ryan Coogler and was like, I stand by what he does. Because like you said, Michael B. Jordan was already working. He had already had television shows. He was on successful stuff like The Wire. He'd already been in movies. He'd already been in franchises or big budget films like Fantastic Four and stuff. So he'd already had, whether you like it or not, he was in the movie. And he might have been in movies like a little bit more, like Chronicle. But he did that all before Ryan Coogler. And when he did his first movie with Ryan Coogler, that was Fruitvale Station. That's like an independent movie. That was kind of low key. That wasn't something that was going to hit every theater. It was going to hit a certain audience. And Michael B. Jordan had to kind of be like, I'm going to do this project because I think he probably thought the story was great. To tell that story, it's a real story of Oscar Grant. He probably thought, I want to do good work. I want to tell good stories. I'm not focused on the budget. I'm not focused on, I just trust this guy. I see his vision. And if you care about someone else's vision as much or as equal to your own, that's how teamwork is going to work. Because if I just want to win and I'm working with you, that's not teamwork. It's like it will benefit you. It's like a broken clock is twice, is right twice a day. It might benefit you and me at the same time. But if it's not really a bond where I want you to win and if I don't really trust your vision and your creativity, it's not going to last very long. But if I do trust your creativity and I do want you to win, then that means we're going to win together. And that means when I'm on my own, I'm going to still try to be winning because I'm ambitious with you, before you, during you, and after you. So I think it's about people both wanting the same things. And you kind of have to figure that out by testing out the relationship. Because sometimes you think you want the same things and you don't, right? That happens in personal relationships. People think like that person wants a kid, that person doesn't want a kid, and you think, well, they said they're okay without having kids, but then maybe 3 years in, one person's like, actually, I want a kid. If the goals change, that's going to be an issue. But if your goals are always the same, it will just keep going as it's going. If that makes sense. I know I ramble, but yeah.
I told you I'm not ready to have a kid. We're not doing this on the
show. Your goals will change.
But no, nah, that's good. That was great. That was a good explanation. So over the time, and this was funny because I kind of realized now things have changed a little bit on some of your projects. And I mean, as in like before some of your early projects that I was there for. And they all had like a deep, like all your projects have a message or a meaning, like some sort of connection out of outside. And then your last project was more like a personal, and it was a comedy. It wasn't as serious tones because after a while I kind of like you were in like, it's not an offensive thing, like you were in a niche, but then you stepped down like, I'm gonna take a stab at comedy, and see how that rolls. What made you go that route? What brought that upon?
The last thing that I wrote and directed was Underbid, a Spades movie.
Can you tell us a little bit about what it was about, just to,
Yeah, Underbid is
and where they can find it? Sorry.
Underbid is on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Linux letters, LENOXLETTERS. Um, and it's a comedy about a young man who is kind of the black sheep of his family, just off the sense that he's not know how to play the game of spades well. And in some black families and some black circles, spades is a big deal, and it's not something that they want to teach you, but you have to know it. It's like a family recipe. It's like the aunts want you to cook it this way, but they're not writing down the instructions and they're not showing you step by step. But it was on you to have been in the kitchen enough to observe it, but not be in the way. And it's like, do y'all want me to know how to make this dish? And they do. And that's exactly what Spades is. It's like, I want you to know how this game works, but you have to figure out how you're going to figure it out. And so I wanted to explore that. And it is a personal story because I have a personal history with spades. I know how to play. I'm just really bad at it.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Don't choose me as a partner unless you really, really, really want to play and there's no one else and you're like, I could probably work with you. Then you choose me. Don't think like I'm here. We could play spades. I'm never your first or fifth option. I'm like the last thing you could think about.
Good to know. Good to know.
So yeah, and I tell people, I'm like, I'm not good at it. They're like, oh, you know how to play? Like, I'm not good at it. And then I'm getting yelled at. And I'm like, I literally warned you. You didn't believe me. And so I thought I wanted to explore that. But the spade story is something that I thought about like years and years ago before some of the other things we even created. And it was always in my head. I just think comedy is hard. People think that drama is hard, but comedy is hard to write. It's hard to film. It's hard to act. Like any dramatic actor who's really good at comedy, like give them their propers, give them their props because that's not easy to tell a joke, to hit the marks, to sell the punchline. It's a talent. And so I didn't know I could write it, but luckily talking to my friend and collaborator, Malcolm Smith,
Malcolm, shout out Malcolm.
He has a skill of what they call punch up writing, which is a real task that happens on the sets or in the writing rooms where they have someone kind of punch up the jokes. Like there's a joke here, but like if you say it, if you rearrange the words, it's funnier. And so him and our other collaborator Essence was like, just write it. And so once I wrote it, he was able to say, okay, try this, add this. And also I talked to a cousin of mine who knew my spades journeys because I grew up with him. And he was like, oh, Simone, you got to put something like this, or you know how you do with this. And so talking to other people, like we said earlier, having the community and collaboration, that gave me the confidence and the energy to write the story. But I would love to tell more personal stories. I think we've had some message type of films, and that's just where we were in our lives, maybe. And we just had some urgent stories to tell. But I also want to tell funny stories, and I do need to explore some of the earlier comedic ideas I had.
You should do one on Domino's. Just call it Boom.
It's going to be about Latino or Hispanic family. Because I feel like that side of my family.
Black Jamaicans play dominoes.
Oh, I don't have Jamaicans in my family. I don't know this. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I can only go by what I know.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? Touche.
But okay, yeah, we're gonna tell the Caribbean domino story. I'm actually really good at dominoes. Like okay, you're right. I think I have played dominoes at my Jamaican bestie's house, and I was good. Like I'm like beginner's luck type person. I don't know. I could actually good at dominoes. What? I'm in the wrong family, so yeah.
Yo, you should do. Yeah. You should do, or you could do one on Uno.
On Uno, there's a Uno thing in Underbid, so people should see. It's a little funny bit.
You do a whole movie on Uno. Just call it Draw 4.
I feel like it has to be because Uno is like a brand. And we don't have rights.
But all right, that's good. That's you've any well, you have spoken about doing video essays and vlogging. Any influences you got that you've been watching and keeping an eye on?
Not really. I watch reaction videos and I want to do the opposite. So I can't say those are the
I
influences.
mean,
Um, I mean, I like in video essays in general. Like, there's a guy FD Signifier who does videos around like hip hop and black culture and some political stuff. He composes a really good video essay. I know he has like a team though. He has like research team to make sure what he's writing is fact, what he's saying is factual, and editors to really spice it up. I'm gonna do it all myself. At least when I start, I'm gonna write what I'm thinking. I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to shoot some B-roll footage and I'm going to be editing it, which I don't even like editing, but I'll do it because, party of one.
yeah, no, don't.
I'm going to
No,
ask you to edit it. No, you're not going to do it.
no,
So I was like,
nope. I see the way.
I'm like, was that
I see you looking at it.
I
I was
didn't know
like,
how to read that. I was like, were you like, no, get an editor.
Nah.
I didn't know what that meant. That
nope,
didn't mean you, right?
nope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, because especially because I'm just gonna start out. But yeah, I think like those type of people, like that him and like some other, I just run across like random video essays about like good like deep topics like colorism or uh Gen Z third places or just like random things. I really like people. Um People always say that they hate people. They're always like, I hate people. Oh, I'm actually the opposite. I love people. I don't need to be around people all the time, but I like to observe people. I like to hear how they think, their perspectives. I'm cool with hearing about a subject that I don't even care that much about because if someone's talking about it in depth, I'm like, let me like learn more about how people think. Like I used to take psychology classes and like human anthropology classes and some sociology classes while I was in college, in addition to the film stuff, because I've always had an interest in like analyzing things and deciphering stuff. So I watch video essays about like that kind of stuff, but I never really see the video essays I want to discuss. I think, like I said earlier, I think people hate watch a lot of movies, especially like old stuff, because they have expectation to not like it. So they watch the whole movie waiting for it to be bad or corny or what they call ghetto. And that's kind of unfortunate. Like I said, black people, it's not easy for them to get their art displayed. And once it is, I think we have to be a little bit more nuanced and critique it and say, this is okay, this character is toxic or problematic. And I'm going to discuss all the things that people now consider it like a unpopular opinion. They'll be like, unpopular opinion, but Martin is toxic and overrated. And I'm like, it's not unpopular. People keep saying it. Or Lemon Basketball is so problematic and it's a horror movie. I'm like, people say that all the time.
Wait, what?
People say Lemon Basketball is a toxic, problematic movie because the main character, Quincy, is selfish, which is fair. But I think that people have to understand the characters' ages, that they're mostly teenagers for most of the movie. And I wouldn't judge love off of it's something I would decipher. I'm going to really take my time to really present this because I think it's quite an enjoyable movie. It had great reviews when it came out. It's been added to the Criterion collection, so it's respected, at least in critical circles. But people kind of get hung up in, him being selfish, which is fair. But I'm like I said before, if the movie is showing you why he would be this way, that's okay with me. He's a nepo baby, son of a star NBA player. He never had any challenges his whole life. Yeah, I do think he would be selfish in some moments. Why are we mad that the movie is showing us he's selfish? It explained to us why that would happen. So that's a thing. And like I said, Martin being problematic and Moesha being a bad friend. It's like, we know those things. I never thought Moesha was a good friend, but I thought it was a good show. And I want to explain why.
Why it was a good show, why she was a bad friend.
Well, it was a good show. I think everyone discusses why she's a bad friend. That's what I'm thinking. Like, there's so many popular opinions that I kind of want to do the opposite.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Sorry, I'm so
intrigued
by especially the Moesha conversation.
So you didn't watch these episodes. When I wait these vlogs, you didn't watching these ones. I know.
Yeah, see, like you're getting views now. Do you think Moesha was a bad friend because she kind of picked up some of her father's traits?
I think she's a bad friend because of her father's traits, but because of her father. People don't not that they don't understand. People don't take time to acknowledge that Moesha was raising her little brother until they got a stepmom. And that's different from babysitting your brother. She was raising him. The very first episode we see in Moesha, she wakes up late and she freaks out. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I should have had your food ready. Daddy, I'm gonna get your breakfast, Miles. Don't worry." It's like her father is there. He can't make them bacon and eggs if Moesha can't. She has an obligation to be a parent. And then they're like, actually, you have a stepmom, fall back. And I don't think she had an easy time falling back. And I think that's why she was controlling to her friends and bossy and a goody two shoes, because she saw herself as an authoritative figure when she wasn't. At 15, she was already thinking that way. So I think, again, if the show is telling us why a character is messy, I can accept them being messy. It doesn't distract me from enjoying the show. I can just say, yeah, she's messy. Yeah, she kind of selfish, but of course she would be based on XYZ. And so I kind of want to just talk about the XYZ, illustrate that, visualize that, because I think that's more fun than just saying she's a bad friend. We get it. There's a lot of talk about her being insulting to her friend Kim and how she's like the fat phobia, and they'll be like, "Oh, the whole show is always going in on Kim." There's like 6 seasons of Moesha. There's 2 episodes where they really insult Kim in 2 scenes. It's not the premise of the show. So yeah, I think, like, again, that's just about being more nuanced and like, let's talk about the series. Let's not talk about 2 scenes that is understandably hateable.
All right. So we're going to wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
And we're going to discuss your stuff too. I know you have like issues with different worlds and how you feel about the couples. That's the kind of stuff we're going to talk about on these vlogs.
We know they said Dwayne was toxic. So
he got some issues, but they have issues. But should they have them together?
Like Whitney wasn't toxic.
The conversation that should be addressed.
It is. You know what? It is.
Because it's coming back. Different World has been picked up, at least for 1 episode, which is crazy because Netflix usually gives a full series order, but they've only picked up a pilot.
I think it's supposed to be a special.
They're gonna film 1 episode and test it, as opposed to saying you get 10 episodes. So I'm like, they don't trust the brands, so we'll see. But it's gonna get picked up.
That's fair. That's totally fair. But all right, Simone, tell people where they can find you and everything about you and your work and stuff.
You can find my films on Lingus Letters, youtube.com/Lingus Letters. The video essays will be on a different channel, but I'll wait till I put them up to direct you to that channel. Because if you go to that channel now, all you will see is a very old web series I made in like 2013. But we'll get back to that. But, you know, if you want to see me on social media, Instagram.com/Simone Soul, SIMOU. Oh my God. Spell my name. SIMONESOUL. That will have links and stuff to the vlogs, the events. Because Links Letters wants to have some events this year. So different things like that, I'll have, you know, some time on my Instagram.
And if you somehow see her out during the summertime, say hi, network, because it's good to always network.
I'm so outgoing, yeah.
I'm antisocial. Remember that, guys.
No, I'm shy, but yeah, talk to me. Let's talk back.
As you know, you can also find me at DOOGIFRANCHISE. That's me on the IG. So. Also, I gotta post up some YouTube stuff, and I gotta create more videos, including promo videos, so I don't get kicked in the bum again.
I'll do it.
Yep. So, but for that and everyone, I am just going to say goodbye and good night.